Eventually, in life, you will see something that will change your perception of the world forever, and when this happens, for better or for worse, there's simply no possible way to unsee those things. Number 10. This creepy and unexplained video has been unsettling people since 2016. It starts with a man who looks like he is just goofing around at first by making a weird voice and singing loudly. His mannerisms become more bizarre and aggressive until finally he is shrieking like a wild animal and destroying the whole room. When he regains his composure and lowers the blinds, you can see that he is standing in the middle of a children's room. There are no sounds of a child though, which makes me wonder if there was ever one to begin with, or if it's been somehow silenced. Number 9. A teenager is walking down the street in North Hollywood when a much older man keeps pace behind her. He follows her for a bit and then lunges forward in an attempt to snatch her off the curb. Watch this part and you'll see he was definitely invading her personal space enough to make her sprint away. I'm guessing she was screaming for help and he decides to disengage. As far as I could research, no person was ever named or taken into custody. The suspect still remains at large and could be doing the exact same thing elsewhere for all we know. Number 8. A YouTube channel called Exploring with Danny returns to a haunted chapel that has given him a bad feeling in the past. He is taking another look around when he detects shuffling in the next room over.
What the hell was that?
When he goes to check out the next room, it proves to be just as empty as the first. He doesn't see anything unusual and soon begins to record various plaques on the wall out of interest. Danny is looking over the names of soldiers when he casually sees something paranormal sticking out from behind a doorway.
Ah! Oh my God!
The scream in his throat sounds very real as he turns to find the unmistakable outline of an aunt's head staring through him. It happens very quickly and it's hard to tell if this really is a ghost or not. Before you say fake though, first hear me out. The nun sighting happens at approximately 2 minutes into the video, yet here you can see the doorway is completely empty at 1 minute 45, a full 15 seconds prior. The video appears to be taken in one continuous take with no editing. Therefore, I believe there is a strong possibility that this sighting is real. Number 7. A YouTuber named Staren's Wild World is grabbing some firewood from a pile when she notices something small and dangerous moving from within. You probably don't see anything and neither did I at first. With some hesitation, she carefully uses a grabbing stick to extract the beast from its hiding spot.
More venom. More venom!
It's not just any cobra, it's a cobra that actually spits venom. The sight fills her with fear and fascination. Watch as she keeps its mouth pointed away from her as she examines its body.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
She is giving some basic information about the species when it somehow slips past her guard. It doesn't look like she loosens her grip at all, but rather the snake flattens its jaws and slides through.
Okay, the reason why I'm in love. Whoa!
She manages to snag it by the tail again and moves backwards as the snake comes at her, spitting venom all the while. The video ends before she gets a chance to release it, but based on how it's aggressively moving towards her, I have no idea how she plans to get away. Number 6. This slow-motion video captures a man peeling around a corner as fast as he can, and soon you see exactly what has him moving so fast. A gigantic cheetah literally bounces off the wall in pursuit. The video ends before we get to see exactly what happens next. Maybe this cheetah really did come in straight from the jungle. Or maybe it was kept as a household pet until one day it simply snapped. Whatever the case may be, I doubt it ended well for the person running away. Then again, I have no idea why he would just happen to have a camera set up to catch this event perfectly, so maybe it was scripted after all. Let me know what you think is going on here, and also tell me if you have any more background information that can help us put this video in better context. Number 5. Two friends explore a park in North Hollywood after hearing reports of a maniac approaching random people. Soon they grow bored and decide to try to test the visual range of their night vision camera for fun. He tells his friend to keep moving back until she is barely visible.
It's on night vision.
Okay. How's this?
Keep going.
Soon she is little more than an outline of a black silhouette against the night sky. When she is a good distance away, something that's been watching them the entire time snatches her into the shadows.
Just stop playing around. This is not funny.
If this video is real, then whatever grabs her possesses impossible strength and speed. It picks her off her feet like she weighs nothing at all, which makes me wonder how big this creature is and how it manages to move so fast without any sound. Number 4. Todd T captures a large humanoid-looking figure going down his neighbor's chimney. He's too far away to pick up any discernible details, but the creature looks to be far too large to be a bird or pretty much any other animal. Whatever this is, it looks to be the size of a human. The mysterious creature stuffs itself down the chimney in less than a minute, at which point I'm guessing it roams around the interior of the home for whatever it can find. What happened to Todd's neighbor is anyone's guess. Number 3. This creepiness commercial scared kids back in the early 90s and continues to creep everyone out years later. It starts with this random adult looking down at you from a weird angle with huge dilated eyes. I've never seen this character in any games before, and I'm not sure what he's even doing here. If this was supposed to be some kind of new mascot, then it just comes across as odd and uninviting. All of the other characters likewise lose their friendly charm and fall in behind him. The low-quality animation makes the whole scene look really weird and slightly crazy. If you were the average parent in the 90s who didn't really know what Nintendo was, I doubt this scene would convince you to get one for your home. This whole concept just so far from the family-friendly image Nintendo is always trying to project that I don't know what they were trying to accomplish with this video. Number 2. Two people are heading down the road when a third person looks right at them and steps in their path. Watch this part and you can see that he clearly waits for them to get close and does this on purpose.
Are you kidding me?
But here's where things get really strange. According to the uploader, when he turned around the man was completely gone. He called the police and they had no luck finding him either. Could this have been a spirit doomed to repeat its last moments on Earth? Number 1. Thomas Gilmer runs a computer store and often buys old computer equipment from his customers on the cheap. This time he gets a computer at a bargain price, and when he pops open the cover, he immediately understands why the seller was so quick to part ways. The inside is covered from end to end with the remains of thousands of dried-up cockroaches. And to top it off, a single living spider crawls across the disgusting bug wasteland.
Look at that.
According to the description, the smell of this computer was just as repugnant as the site itself. All I know is that Thomas better hope that none of the bugs were alive and managed scurried away. A single living roach could go on to infest this building as easily as it did this previous owner's home.